Yo, 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 what's good? It's about to be the new year. We got 1.5 day, no, less than 1.5 day left before New Year's. A new year, 2026 is coming into a couple days, and 2025 is gone. So you know how we doing. We starting off. Well, we're trying to end the year right. Um, it almost ended bad. It ended bad for co people. As y'all saw, Anthony Joshua came through a tragic situation. We got Devin Haney saying he's the face of boxing, and everything y'all want to talk about boxing, we're gonna talk about that after the break. My guy, what's up, man? What's up,
We gotta
man?
get a new intro ASAP. We got a new 2026. We gotta get a new intro.
No, we definitely do. You know what I'm gonna do is I'll probably have some time this weekend. I'm gonna rip the audio and just I created some new stuff and I'm gonna create it and we rock from there until we get something else. But I got you. You know what I mean? You're a lot more handsome than I am, so I gotta make sure I put you on there. You know what I mean? You got the championship belts. You know what I mean? You're the guy. LL Herring. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on. LL Herring. But on a sadder note, we witnessed tragedy on, I want to say it was Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Anthony Joshua getting into a serious accident with damn, and I put the wrong damn JPEG up. This ain't it. No, this ain't it either. In Nigeria. And it's kind of shaking up the entire boxing world, to be honest with you. And unfortunately, two individuals lost their lives, were very close to Anthony Joshua. There's been a lot of speculation in what actually happens. I heard something about a blown out tire, and they were driving down one of the most dangerous roads in Nigeria. The tire blew out, and just took the lives of those individuals. So, I don't
Condolences
even
to
know.
their families. Condolences and prayers to their families.
Yeah, man, it was really. I mean, it's sad, man. I know these guys are always with him. Um, you know, I mean, tragedy like that, bro. I don't think people understand how devastating it is. And I don't know if you've seen the car. Did you see the car?
Nah, I ain't.
Oh, yo, the car was literally like, I'm talking about literally destroyed. I don't even know how Anthony Joshua survived. Like
They
it
said
was that crazy.
they said him and the driver or opposite on the driver's side, and the other two that passed away was on the passenger side. So when it was a truck on the side of the road, and so when the car went out of control, it hit the truck that was on the side of the road and pretty much like split in half. That's what I was told.
Really? Hold on. Say that
Yeah.
one more time. One more
Basically,
game.
Anthony Joshua and the driver on one side and his two friends on the other side, the passenger side. So when it swerved and hit the truck that was sitting, it smacked the truck dead on.
And
Impact.
it split the truck in half.
Pretty much, something like that.
How fast were they going?
I don't know.
it's it's all by chance because if now think about it, if Anthony Joshua was on the other side of that,
Yes.
we would be sending condolences towards him. But a life is a life regardless. Whether you're king or peasant, we all end up in the same place, right? And it's when I seen it, I was kind of taken back. Like I was like, oh shit, like what the fucking Tyson Fury actually posted this, saying, they have, I hope they have a good bed in heaven and stuff like that. And the whole boxing world's kind of been taken back. Like it's kind of crazy. Lats and Sin are the ones that died. They were always with him. I think they were trainers and um, stuff like that. And I mean, I don't even know.
Oh man, when he left, he gone. He was just talking. Honestly, I really don't even want to speak on that much. Never good to speak on tragedy, but again, condolences to those that lost their lives in that accident. Hopefully, everyone that's tuned in is having a great
Sorry
day.
about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, what I was saying when we were gonna go on last night, in the back of my mind, I was like, bro, like how? What are we gonna talk about? Like, I didn't really want to talk about the situation. You know what I mean?
I just told them I don't want to speak on the situation. To be honest, I don't really don't want to speak on it.
No, I mean, I don't either. But I had a tragic situation in a car accident as well. I had lost my uncle. Bro, this is in 1998, right? I lost my uncle, and that's why I go by the name of Norbes in honor of him. But you know, it's as simple as I remember saying, "Bro, I'm gonna see you later." We were talking outside. He's like, "Yeah, yo, where your mom's at?" And I was like, "Yo, she's here, whatever." He's like, "Hi, yo, look, I'm gonna holler at you later. We're gonna get a cut tomorrow." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And I wake up at 4 in the morning to a call, basically, of his passing. That's really how simple or how easy it is to for someone to just lose their life you know, um, without any warning, and it's crazy. And I've been to a lot of these other countries, right? I've been to London. I've been, and bro, people drive so crazy. I remember I was in London.
They get crazy in Jamaica too.
What? Oh, bro,
Yeah.
I was in Cancun. Right, I asked for a cab. I was in there with my daughter and my two kids and my wife, right? And bro, they were doing like 90 on like a two-way, bro. And I'm like, yo, dog, like, yo, can you slow up, bro? Like, and
Hmm.
that's like one of my biggest fears is you know, driving accidents, bro. And I heard also a rumor that his son was in the car, and luckily he survived. So there's so many different things that are coming out about the situation, and thank God that his son and him and he was good, and I mean that's all I can say about that. But we did lose some people, and I know they're doing a lot of they're doing donations and stuff like that, and I don't know, man. I really don't have much to say about the subject, but my prayers go out to everybody, the kids, the families, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? The truth hurts. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to start that on a somber note. Shout out to my man Jay Will. Shout out to my man Jesus. Um, Saludos. Happy Tuesday, Lance. You know what I mean? Ah, man. We're live right now on Twitch, everywhere else. You know what I mean? Jamal has been feeling well. That's what we missed last night. So we're back on it. Um, but yeah, that's the news on Anthony Joshua. I haven't really heard much. I will say this. I don't like all of the conspiracy theories coming out, bro.
Yeah, I don't do all that. Like, come on, man.
Like, come on, bro. Like, a lot of people are putting smut on Jake's name.
Have some compassion and move the fuck
Like,
on.
people are putting,
Even Jake sent his condolences. And that's it, done and over with.
yeah, I mean, for people to, and I guess people like to do the clickbait stuff, and they like these come up with these theories. And I seen somebody just put out a video, and he was like, don't follow Jake's rules, and this would have happened. And I'm like, come on, man, like,
Yeah,
don't put that on Jake. Don't do that. I mean, you know. Yeah, that's the first, I'm seeing it all over the internet. Like I don't like for some strange reason I get these
you gotta
weirdos.
go on Twitter. They on Twitter with that shit for sure.
Yeah, Instagram too. Like
Put down
I
videos and everything. I seen YouTube videos already. It's just stupid. It's ignorant. I don't get into it.
yeah,
I'm not into the whole making sacrificial lamb type bullshit. It's just ignorant. I don't even bother. They don't even bother paying it no mind.
no, absolutely not. I mean, it has no place in the sport. I'd like to
Like,
think
come on,
of
people lives is lost. We want to see him and just make up these theories and stories. Like, come on, man.
mm-hmm.
It ain't even been a whole fresh fucking 48 hours, and everybody got these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Speaking, let's get back to boxing. Let's get on to that. I told my man Jamel Herring this last week. I said I spoke to a very good source, and I said, "Yo, Zuffa's about to start making some big signings. They're gonna start loading up their roster." And
What big
recently,
sign?
I mean, they signed Ryo. They signed some. They're signing some people. Listen, and I heard they're about to attack
I
the
mean, these
Olympics.
big
And
signings. What stars though? No
well,
disrespect.
well,
What
well,
stars?
well. I've heard from a good source in this conversation between the two of us. I don't. I mean, do you want to put it out that they're going after the great Puerto Rican champion?
It's wrong. Somebody just put it out today that it was wrong.
They're gonna grab one of these guys up. They're going to, bro.
I just put they supposedly they were trying to say Robert Garcia was kind of trying to convince Bam, and then I seen it today. I showed you today. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
they debunked that, said it was wrong. So again,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the Zufas
but
already. I mean,
again, that kind of would be stupid though. Like, bro, I think what Bam was like what a title from Undisputed. Because Zufa's not doing the titles. They don't do
no,
it. They're not doing the sanctioning body. So like, why would you get that all up when you're right there from going undisputed for
no, absolutely. But
a belt that may not even be worth much in 3 years? Because we don't know what Zufa's going to be out in a year from now.
I'll be honest. I think Zufa's going to be around for a while. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like, and remember when I had spoken to you, I was like, a lot of these guys are taking shit money, and these guys, and only fighting once a year, maybe twice a year, bro. Your man Tito Mercado took 30,000, bro. 30,000. He could have made that at McDonald's, bro. I mean that's absolutely crazy.
Bro, think about it. I heard some real shit too though with that.
I'm listening.
Everything going on with Rich, right? No respect, Richardson, Hitchens, whatever.
Okay.
Eddie Hearn might fuck around and make that matchup next. And there's a big
Mercado and
pick.
Hitchens?
I can see that happening. They're in the same stable, same promoter. It's not a knock at Rich, but Tito want to fight everybody. So if you say like you put a belt on Tito Mercado and you start going after the other champions, who does that benefits the promoter? It makes it easier for the promoters, to make these big fights that people want to see.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, just speaking, and I told you, I reached out to people. I did a blog recently. I reached out to people in that camp, in the Richardson Hitchens camp. We're going to speak on that as well tonight. And they were talking about the Jamel Ortiz situation, and basically, what happened was they were going to take that fight, but within the camp, they felt like it wasn't a big fight. It wasn't something that was going to be beneficial towards Richardson Hitchens, and I'm hearing rumors that he was asking for a little bit too much, and it wasn't risk. It wasn't worth it. But,
did they give you a backup?
Oh, they did. They actually told me that there will be announcements in February, and it's supposed to be for a belt.
February,
yeah, February.
So he's saying unification?
Possibly. That's what I'm hearing. Or former champion, or listen, or the number one contender.
Now, if that shit don't come back as no unification, something big, people are gonna have a lot of doubts.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I spoke to multiple people within that camp, managers, all types of stuff, whatever, right? And they're saying Richard Hitchens 2026 is going to be big. So we should expect him to fight some of the major names at 140 in 2026. And it's all going to start off in February. So that's what I'm hearing. Jermaine Ortiz wasn't the name that they felt like can bolster them up to where they want to be.
You see social media going crazy. People complaining, saying that he outpriced himself, or
who outpriced himself?
Rich, what I mean, with the number or whatever. He wanted more than what he was willing. This is rumors. Again, this is all speculation.
Yeah.
They're trying to say that these kids, they want more money, but at the same time they don't have the resume to validate why they should getting paid. That's what I'm saying. You gotta fight somebody. You know what I mean? You guys, sometimes you gotta take risk. You gotta take risk. You gotta fight somebody.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Somebody's asking.
I'm surprised that January has so many. It's a good thing to start the year off fresh, because let's be real. There's been a few years when we really started getting boxing into maybe March. You know what I mean? March time frame. We started getting real fights and big fights. So it's good that January has a lot of good fights and good cards coming up. You know what I mean? Because usually, let's be real. Usually we used to seeing fights materialize for maybe March. maybe end of February if we're lucky, but usually in March when we start seeing all the big fights.
Yeah.
Any Virgil versus Boots update? No, that's the same thing. I'm hearing that they're having issues with the money. With the money, the zone isn't trying to give you know Ortiz's side what they're asking for, or they don't have it. They don't. It's not within the
I,
budget.
I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing, and that's and I know people. We both know people in that camp as well. Um, Pretty much I don't want to put on a number, but pretty much the number for Boots has been met, right? Which is they were remember originally these guys asked for 10. They're getting around 6, right? But it's weird because it's between Oscar and the manager. So one side is arguing about the money. It's not even about Boots at this
Right.
point.
They
And
putting it on Ortiz's side with the money
yeah,
with the
yeah.
situation.
I mean, yeah, and
When the manager and the promoter can't get along and can't get on the same accord, that messes that cancels out everything.
no, absolutely. And again, from what I'm hearing, Boots is already locked and loaded. It's really on Virgil's side, and it's between Oscar De La Hoya and the management of Virgil Ortiz. So that's what we're up on now. But from what I'm also hearing, I've heard positive stuff that they have put things aside and have had better conversation. But at one point, both sides weren't even talking,
Okay,
and
then where
that's
we at?
insane. Yeah.
So where we at?
Right now, from the last thing I watched, his manager tweet was he pretty much sent some Christmas gifts over to Oscar, and they've kind of mended things, so they're back into conversation. So apparently, before they were not in conversation, and it was really, really bad. But
And speaking of fights falling out, um, no one you noticed no one's really speaking about the Pacquiao and Rolly situation falling out.
yeah,
And
Manny and
I hit up on my man Mike Coppinger. Shout out to Mike Coppinger over there at Ring TV, Ring Magazine. I asked him what was going on. He simply said money.
yeah, I mean, Rolly wants to be compensated, man. Rolly took a short in his fight against Ryan, from what I'm hearing. He felt disrespected. He felt as if he was just there to lose, which is what the case
really
was.
I would really like to know the number, out of curiosity. But
Well,
we lost that matchup to where Pacquiao now is focusing on a rematch with Floyd.
which that's a
And
whole
like I said, yeah, shout out to L. Spoke to L yesterday. He was saying he hopes to God that
not Floyd.
Floyd and Tyson doesn't materialize. So
That's
if we gotta settle for Pacquiao and Mayweather too, I'll take that over Floyd and Tyson.
Yeah, I take anything over Floyd and Tyson. But I think with the man, so let's get back to the Manny situation. I think it's more about disrespect. And I feel like Rolly said they didn't have a hotel from at one point. They disrespected him. He was supposed to go there, lay down, and go home.
That was old news now. That was with the whole
Yeah, I
Rockets
mean,
fight.
but you're still doing negotiations. So he wants what's owed to him. Like, what they say, you're doubling back, but you want what you lost. So he's kind of on that tip. And to fight Manny Pacquiao, again, it's going to be a
But
big
look,
fight. So he's
either
probably going to,
that, either that, or you got to fight to get mandatory that people feel like is a hard mandatory for you, where you
yeah.
can possibly lose, take less, because the guy is pretty much an unknown, at least in the States. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good fighter. But that fight's gonna cost less. So it's like you gotta pick your poison.
Rolly's smart, man. Rolly's, and listen, let's be honest. Devin Haney calling him out doesn't help the Manny situation. And what I mean by that is it just shows how many people want to fight Rolly. People are targeting Rolly now. They're like, hey, this can be a bigger check for us. This can be another belt. Devin can unify. Manny can get a belt. So if he's going to put that all on the line, he's going to want to get paid handsomely at that. So,
hey, you're tripping, bro.
What is that? 10 million asking for the team, not so high.
That's not in the zone budget.
Yeah, guys, people got to realize too. Turkey is not paying for this fight for whatever reason. Turkey is scaling back on paying out so much, and another thing, him and Oscar have kind of Turkey is taking shots at Turkey, and also with Oscar De La Hoya bringing up the FBI situation with with Dana White, and we all know Dana White is partners with Turkey Al-Sheikh. So, that's not going to help Virgil get $10 million, especially from Riyadh season, when you're putting those type of things out there.
That's the reports, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
talks to match up Manny Pacquiao and Natasha versus Rolly Romero in early 2026 have collapsed. Sources tell Ring Magazine Pacquiao still exploring the Floyd Mayweather rematch. And yeah, pretty much it.
But Jesus says Netflix has money for Virgil and Ennis. Let me break something down to you guys real quick, right? For those that don't understand how these things work, so boxing.
That fight's not even going to Netflix.
No, it's not.
That's its own fight. That's not a Netflix fight.
Yeah, and another thing is this: it's you guys got to realize too. Jake Paul is way bigger than both Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. There's so many. So the checkbook is way bigger for those individuals. Boots Ennis is not there. Boots Ennis is still trying to get.
No respect to them. Netflix is basically buying spectacles. Let's be real. They buying. They like Norbes going. They buying spectacles, bro. They're not buying. They're not buying. Okay, it's a good. Don't get me wrong. I like the matchup. Don't get me wrong. But is it a spectacle? Is it gonna bring in millions and millions and millions? You know what I'm saying, like that. I mean, again, it's good for boxing, but Netflix is not. They like, come on, man. We gotta be. Let's say, and then on top of that, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar himself has said it many times that listen, we have a contract and a deal with the Zone. We don't have a contract with Netflix. Virgil Ortiz is with Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions has a partnership and a contract with the Zone. Eddie Hearn works closely with the Zone. So you can't just because you see fights on Netflix doesn't mean everybody can go, just cancel out with saying partnerships with networks to go to a rival network to go put on the fight over there. You can't do that. That's not how the business works.
And you got to think about this as well, right? Think about this for a second. They're signed to TKO, right?
Thank you, Kevin. This is why Ryan Reed said it himself. Ryan has a contract with Golden Boy. Golden Boy Promotions has a contract with his own. Oscar said it himself. That's why.
And Oscar's been Oscar's been beefing with Dana White. You think Dana White, right, who's a big executive, who signed the UFC over to TKO and Zuffa Boxing, you think he's gonna do Oscar any fucking favors? Absolutely not. Yo, we just watched Oscar De La Hoya do a ridiculous by the way, Oscar, that was the worst clapback Thursday ever when he was just sitting there naked with some missiles.
Netflix can buy. Is it worth buying out their contract?
Nah, they're not, bro. They're not gonna do. Bro, Dana White is not gonna put no money in Oscar's fucking pockets. People gotta realize it's personal at this point. It's personal. Yo, for Turkey Al-Sheikh to say I'm not putting my hands on that fight, it kind of tells you something.
Yeah, that's kind of telling. That's kind of telling you something. When Turkey wants no involvement with the fight, you're not gonna get 10 million, and Netflix is not gonna pick it up.
And it's all because of the Dana White situation. Oscar De La Hoya has put himself in a situation where he's alienated himself from Turkey. Regardless of what people want to say, Turkey has to show some type of loyalty to Dana. That's his partner. I mean,
Dana's not with Netflix, but again, Netflix, I'm talking about just Netflix as a whole. It's not.
But Netflix, UFC.
Dana White is aligned with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and Turkey Al-Sheikh is not putting his hands on the fight. That's one. Okay, so you cancel that out. On video, you cancel any radio season thing going with that card. And again, it's not a big spectacle attraction for Netflix to put the budget in to try to promote it and sell it to the people. It's not happening.
Yeah, people gotta understand, man. Like, boxing in 2026, there's gonna be a lot of lines drawn in the sand. And what I mean by that is there's gonna be people aligning themselves with who they're gonna align themselves with. We already heard Top Rank and PBC are gonna be aligning together. You're gonna see pretty much Turkey start taking that bag away from these individuals. His job right now is to turn Zuffa Boxing.
Bro, I heard Turkey said that he's not dealing with fighters direct anymore either. If they're not with a promoter, they're not, they're not cutting out the middleman to get to him either, from what I was hearing too. Yeah. So he's not even doing that.
Yeah, no. Listen, man. Turkey is going to be more ferocious this year, bro. I'm telling you, if you're not with him, you're against him. And Dana White is one of those type of individuals. Dana White is a shark. And
you got to, though. But you got to, because let's be real. Turkey, yeah, we know what Turkey, what accounts look like and bring to the table. At the same time, though, it's not all about draining, you know what I'm saying, draining your pockets. You got to have a, you know what I'm saying, return on investment at times too. That was the
Yeah,
issue that was the issue that the PBC had. PBC when they came in, they were just throwing money, and it was good for the
mhm.
fighters. But then when the partners look
The-
around like, okay, what are we getting back in return? The viewers and the viewership is not going up. Listen, PBC had like every type of network,
yeah,
Spike TV, CBS, NBC, you know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. And we're like, that was literally what 10 years ago. 10 years ago now, and it's like, yeah. After once everything started, the well started drying up. You know what I'm saying? People slowly, those partners slowly started backing out from doing
yeah.
business, and here
Listen,
we are now.
don't get it twisted, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna get really nasty within the next couple of years, especially with the Olympics. That's gonna shed a lot of light on these kids in
Yeah, they all listen.
2028.
It's always a pattern.
Yep,
They spoil you at first to get you in line and tune
yep,
in, and then
yep.
they slowly start pulling back from throwing out all the. Because even at one point, remember at one point when the zone came on board, Eddie Hearn was throwing out. He was throwing out crazy money to fighters
Yeah.
also.
And what did De La Hoya say? Look, you're
He was
wasting.
throwing out money left and right to fighters and for fights. And now look at it. That's what I'm saying. They always start out throwing all this money out. And then once they see there's no return on the investment or it's not going the way it is, they slowly start pulling back. Or their partners that you know what I'm saying that they will align with start either drawing, you know what I'm saying, just saying, you know what, I'm out, and they go elsewhere.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like, yeah,
listen,
Top Rank's not got no TV. I'm saying Top Rank got no TV deal. Golden Boy doesn't even know if they're gonna continue doing business with the zone. Like boxing right now is in a crazy place.
and
And
that's
then
why I
on,
said,
and on top of that, it's not even doing boxing, but Dana White and UFC, yo, they're not playing games with this new Paramount deal. They telling fighters you either take it or leave it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got fighters. They're saying that I heard about it yesterday or whatever. Y'all probably know better than me with the UFC. But one fighter who's Muslim, he's like, I don't want to train through Ramadan. And they're like, listen, if you don't, then you miss out on an opportunity. They being very, you know what I'm saying? They're being very strict and stern in terms of these fighters now with these certain deals because they know a lot of outlets are not giving out money, or and a lot of these promoters don't even have outlets to even put their showcase their fighters on.
yeah, and to be honest, blame the promoters. That you see that they saw an opportunity in Turkey LLC. They thought he was going to come in and they were going to take the unlimited money that he got and put themselves in this position. They put all their resources and helped Turkey get to where he is, and now Turkey's on some like, all right, cool. I'm gonna bust this move, but I'm not gonna do anything to help y'all. And I believe, remember I told you, he is going to try to buy out some of these organizations. He already did. I don't know if you remember, like about a year and a half ago, there was talks of him buying out. I think it was a Top Rank or a couple of the other brands. It just didn't materialize. So if you don't think this is going to be revisited, especially with these organizations looking for a big money sponsor because that's what they want.
or not
Um,
having or not having a TV outlet.
yeah,
So you know,
yeah,
and then and you gotta like I said, you still have fighters tied to contracts, and you still owe fighters a certain amount of fights. I believe when I first signed with Top Rank, I was owed at least 4 to 5 fights a year. So you still, and it's not my job to figure out if the promoter has a TV deal or not. They still
yeah.
have to abide by what's on my contract. My contract says I'm supposed to get 4 or 5 fights a year. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, or you started finding yourself in legal issues. So you
I
see,
love
you
the
see,
top.
Top Rank right now is they're letting them fighters go too.
Yeah,
They
because they can't
let they,
beat him.
they, they let my boy they let my boy Troy go. Troy, they let him go. He's a free agent.
Yeah, bro. Listen, Jesus says no TV media stream wants to invest in boxing. You know why? Because it's helter skelter. You're gonna invest in who you think's gonna become, who's gonna come out on top, who's gonna be the winner, and a lot of them are looking at Turkey. That's why Turkey ended up getting that situation with Dana. We all know Dana bring the UFC to TKO. They
He
got
blamed
wrestling
us
on
for. I ain't even
Netflix.
do nothing.
Like, come on, bro. Like, the writing's on the wall, bro. Netflix is trying to throw these. Look, on Christmas Day, we had Netflix doing NFL games. Netflix wants these sports, but they're going to go with the winner. They went with the NFL because the NFL is a winner. They're going to go where the money's at, and that's Turkey LLC. And I guarantee you right now, he will land a couple of these major names. And again, another thing I do like what they're doing is they're attacking the youth coming up. They're attacking. They're going to be going after all the people in the Olympics. They're going to be offering a lot of money for these guys. So it's going to be
I
an
don't know
interesting
about the Olympics.
situation.
Olympics,
Bro.
the Olympic, it ain't been the same. It ain't been the same in terms of Olympics. The Olympians. Let's be real.
Well, we're going to find
Let's
out.
be
TK.
real. Let's be real. Look at the 20. No, look at the 2020 team. How many stars have we gotten out of that team so far?
Yeah, yeah.
Your name what? Keyshawn right now?
Yeah, I mean, Virgil, but he's not American. Not Virgil.
No, he's not. He wasn't Olympic. Somebody else, and then we just had 2024 Olympic
Yo,
team pass as
Keyshawn,
well.
the one that says
It
Keyshawn's
ain't the
daddy.
same. It ain't like the amateur boxing ain't the same either in terms of like I said,
Yeah,
they gotta find. Listen, you don't even you gotta have a hell of a team now in terms of management to
yeah,
get you where you need to get you and get the right promoter and team to build you up.
yep,
It's not even so much about your amateur resume. If your ass can fight, because listen, they microwaving a lot of these fighters.
yeah,
They're not waiting for fighters to be 20-0 anymore. A lot of these kids they get to 10, 11 fights and they're already in, title contention.
yeah.
Because you know why? Because these promoters, why would I want to, invest in this kid for all these years when I need to see what he can do now to save money and trouble?
No, absolutely. And again, these guys want a return on their investment faster. To get somebody to 20 fights is going to cost. You got camps, you got promo. There's a lot of things that need to come out
Yeah,
of this. So they
it's I watched the. I mean, I got a 3-fight deal with the BKFC. He just
yeah,
asked
my
about.
man in January is going to be fighting.
And guess what? They started to pay a lot more than what some of these fighters are getting.
Yeah, no
The Duke
facts.
for a fraction for my man Duke Reagan. I don't think my man Duke. That's my little bro. I don't think Duke Hart in it anymore. I don't think his heart. I don't think his heart is not in boxing anymore. But he had a lot of personal things going on with Duke. Duke, he lost his father. God rest big my man Big Duke soul. But yeah, Duke. I don't think Duke Hart is in it anymore.
Yeah, man. And once your heart isn't in boxing, man, it's over. That's a done deal. Um, we're gonna find out. What he said, Low Nose Boxing came out and says Eddie Hearn won't even pay for a unification with Crockett. So how is Devin the face? We're gonna talk about that. That's a perfect segue, real quick. Devin Haney, Bill Haney. Oh, what the hell? You there? Oh shit! Now I hate when I do this when I get kicked off of the thing. Shit. So Devin Haney comes out and says he is the face of boxing today. And people are speaking on this. What is your opinion? I am the new face of boxing. Devin Haney stating that. And my bad, I didn't realize that there's a picture of him kneeling down up there. But Devin Haney has came out and said he is the face, and that's what Bill Haney and them are running with. Jamel, I'll let you start it off before I dig my teeth in this one. What's your take?
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's an opinion right now because right now, what we lost, we don't know what's going on with Canelo. Let's be real. So that was the face. He lost to Bud. Bud is gone right now. I will say at least Devin he tries to fight everybody. So he definitely has he's definitely on the right track for it. But we just got to see more of him. And like I said, he wants to unify the division. I don't know if he wants to, like I said, I don't know if he goes for the Crocker fight, whatever. Wants to fight Rollies. Maybe if somehow Ryan Garcia beats Barrios, there's a rematch there. I mean, he has opportunities to stake that claim, but it is what it is. I'm not getting bent out of shape of it. It's like, hey, if you make that heavy claim, it's up to you. It's up to you to choose it. The pressure's on you to choose it. You know what I mean? To prove it. To prove it. So I'm not like, why should I get bent out of shape for somebody saying that? Shout out to Devin Haney. If he feels that way, let him
Get
feel it. But
out of shape.
he has to go there. He got to go out there and prove it, though. Go out there and prove it.
First and foremost, no, absolutely not. He is not the face.
Right, but you got to go out there and prove it.
No, absolutely. But just the facts. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, yes, Canelo took an L, but he also took an L to Bivol. and continue to be the face. That's one. But he's pretty
But
much
like I said, we
gonna
don't
retire.
know what was he doing. Like we don't
No,
like
no,
I
no.
said,
You gotta
his
let me finish.
motivation was the Bud rematch, and Bud said, I'm out. So what we haven't heard what Canelo. I think the WBO now are trying to make
Yeah, making him
it
mandatory for the.
mandatory for the title, for the vacated title, to put a belt back on him. But is that really? We don't know if Canelo's even motivated for that even type of fight.
Let's keep it real. And again, it's difficult to say the face of boxing for a couple reasons because
Okay.
America craves a different face than the world, right? So it's hard to say that when Inoue is the face of Japan and stuff like that, right? Everybody got him there. Then you got guys like Gervonta Davis in America who people want to be the face. If Gervonta wakes up tomorrow and says, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go fight Shakur Stevenson," he's shutting it down. If Gervonta is the
Let's be
only
real. Let's
boxer
be
in
real. Let's be
America
real. Let's
that
be
can
real,
shut it
bro.
down right now.
Let's be real. We're talking about the Tank fan base. Let's be real. The Tank wakes
Yeah,
up tomorrow. If Tank
yes,
wakes up tomorrow, no. If Tank wakes up tomorrow and just says, "I'm the face of boxing," that's
yes,
it. That's all they're gonna
yeah.
run with that. That's it. Ain't no talking about something. I'm gonna fight Shakur. If Tank wakes up tomorrow and says, "I'm the face or still the face of boxing," they're gonna run with that. And that's just being honest. So it don't even, like I said, that whole face of boxing shit, it really it's really starting to come down to these fan bases, yo.
If
That that
Gervonta
that that
wakes
that
up,
that, that give you that title.
yeah, if Gervonta wakes up and says, "I got to take a shit," people are going to be tuned in. It's absolutely absurd. And again, if we want to talk legacy and stuff like that, yes, these guys are over him. But Gervonta's the one that makes the needle move in America. It's Gervonta Davis. When Gervonta wakes up and he says anything, the needle moves. I think Devin is a great fighter, but again, he has a style that doesn't necessarily entertain the casuals, or I mean, not the casuals, the casuals. So to me, it's like it's Gervonta Davis. When you say right now, name the top 5 boxers in the world, Gervonta Davis, even though resume wise, I can't say that, but he's going to be mentioned. More people globally know Gervonta Davis than anyone. So I think that's kind of absurd. And then another thing is this: I feel like they do, and I like the Haneys, but they do a lot of things to try to get people to erase what transpired. And just about a year and a half ago, he took a beating
My
from
thing
Ryan
is,
Garcia.
and I
So
don't really care
people have
for
not
that.
forgotten about that.
I just like good fights. I don't give a damn about
You know,
titles. As long I'm just simple. I just like good fights. I don't really care for. I'm not gonna get into arguments over who's this and that. Like even now they get into people's arguing right now. It's the end of the year. Who's fighter of the year? I mean, everybody got their personal preference. You know what I mean? It's not to say that you're right or you're wrong. Everybody has their personal preference, and yes, some people do make good statements for why this fighter or that fighter should be fighter of the year. But I'm not. I don't get bent out of shape for that type of stuff. I just enjoy what the fuck comes on the fucking TV. That's a good fight. And it's a good fight. It's a good. We had a lot of good cards this year, so I'm happy with this year. There's a lot of good cards coming up. I mean, shit. We just seen the undercard for Shakur and Tio fight. That's a good. Man, I'm just happy that boxing is a fucking alive and well. I don't really care for who claims who's the face, who's the pound for pound. But I do not care. Just continue making great fights, and your legacy will talk for itself when it's all said and done.
and to your point, Shakur and Tio, in my opinion, are probably going to be setting the bar for 2026, depending on how good that fight really is.
Jump.
Those
Thank
are going to be
God.
the two
That jump of the
guys.
year too, at the very start of the year. Thank
Yeah,
God.
they're going to be the ones to really set the bar. If I think Devin Haney and Bill do an excellent job of marketing Devin, but at the same time, I feel like Shakur gets a lot more respect, and I think Tio is just more dynamic. Um, to be perfectly honest, and I'm gonna be honest, I think the kid Abdullah Mason has a fucking hell of a shot to really put a dent in who's going to be the face of boxing because of the style of
Still has
fight that he,
time
that
though.
he brings to the table.
He still has a road ahead of him. Let's be real.
I mean, if he gets this year,
He
let's think about it. He's
he
very
passes the
excited
eye
about Jamel.
test. Yes, he passes the eye test, but
Yeah.
again, he still got a road ahead of him respectfully.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? We gotta see how he just builds and carries himself as a champion. So that's
No, no,
way
no, no,
that's
Jamel.
about 2 years. That's probably 2 years. I said it honestly, it's about 2 years away.
I feel like more people
And
are very
today's boxing is about 2 years away.
No, no, absolutely. But I think Abdullah Mason has the fighting style and to really put a dent in a lot of that. To be honest with you, people love him. And I hear what people are saying, but again, I go back to the Gervonta situation. If Gervonta wakes up tomorrow and says, "Hey guys, I'm back," matter of fact, he just tweeted recently that he's going to make some announcements. People are going crazy. That he has a 3-fighter list, and people are going crazy, bro. He didn't even say he was going to fight, and people can't wait. So at the end of the day, say what you want about Gervonta Davis. Boxing is better when Gervonta's in boxing. That's just real talk.
I'm not mad at it. At least
You can't keep it.
doing it in.
Yeah. My man L in the building says, I will say I agree with Devin. He has the most impressive resume right now out of all champs. Devin has gone everywhere and won. I don't count the Ryan fight because it never should have happened. I hear you, but in the mind of most people, it's still
got
there.
overturned. I don't know why. I don't know why you talking about that fight. Also, like, I'm with Ellen to the point that, like, yo, like, the fight got overturned. I don't want to speak on why. We all know why it got overturned.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's not a It's not a victory. Like, the man. Listen, Ryan has. You know what I'm saying? He has opportunity to go and officially
This is how you can end the argument.
Barrios. He has a chance to go get a title for Barrios and then make a big unification with Devin and then really settle the score. That's the only time I'll talk about it. But right now, Ryan got to stop being a motherfucking streamer, online streamer, and stop beating up on big bitches and shit and go and just go and just you see doing crazy shit like putting them like I don't know, yo, I really don't know if that's even a man or a woman that he had the body shield on. I really don't know. It's a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's a viral LQ. I don't know I don't even know what the word is. But look, to answer that question is this: if they were to fight, who would be calling the shots? It would be Gervonta Davis.
Who? What matchup? What matchup?
With anyone. Nobody's going to call the shots against Gervonta Davis.
That's
what makes him the face.
He even called the shots with the Ryan fight. Ryan.
Let's be honest.
Ryan did bring in a huge number of fans, respectfully, but at the end of the day, Tank was the one still calling the shots in terms of who was the A side and yada yada yada.
And let's keep it going. Who was calling the shots when he fought Devin? Ryan. It was Ryan, bro. Ryan got the bigger side of the purse. So how can you be the face of boxing when you're not even getting the bulk of the pay? I like.
Dev, continue building Dev and keep again.
I just don't think Devin has the style.
Just keep fighting the best, Dev. Keep fighting and beating the best.
It's not only that though. Come on, Jamel. It's not only that. He was not that exciting in his last couple fights. He doesn't have an exciting fight style, period. But
that's your opinion.
You were excited.
Devin got Devin. He boxed a good he boxed a smart fight. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, it was better than the motherfucker when he fought Jose Ramirez.
And it wasn't that much.
Real.
The first
thank you.
3 rounds.
So what was it? We can't I respect you, Norbes, but you can't satisfy everybody. But I respect it. He went out there, he boxed, he dropped my man B, he dropped my man, you know what I'm saying? He hurt him, you know. He did good. People thought he was gonna get his head knocked off. Let's be real.
No, you did. You said, will you recommend Jose Ramirez versus Devin to inspire as an elite boxer?
Listen, man, that fight's done and over with. Listen, even when my man Bernard Hopkins, there's a video floating around right now when him and Larry Merchant got into it because he said, "Listen, Larry, I had to fight my mandatory. If I didn't fight my mandatory, WC would have stripped me. Yada yada yada. It wasn't Bernard Hopkins' best teleperformance, but again, are we knocking Bernard Hopkins' fucking whole resume over one fucking fight? No."
He said, I didn't say Ryan was the face of boxing. I don't think he is. I said Gervonta is. Gervonta is the face of American boxing. It's not even an argument. It's not even close. Like the closest to Ryan, to him, to Devin, to Tank. It's not even, dog. And it's crazy. Can you imagine if you coupled Tank Davis's his popularity and had a good resume? Can you imagine if you had Devin's resume or even T.O.'s resume? How much bigger Tank would be? And this is with a shit resume, right? I
He
mean,
would be.
listen. At the end of the day,
He would.
it's
Let's be
Javante.
real. He would be like how Floyd was on top.
Bigger because he pops. He has a bigger pop.
Well,
He
in this
knocks
era
people
with
out.
social media and everything, yeah, probably so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, Javante Davis, and again, man, that he's not my boy, but people love him. People swear by him. People will
Not
fucking.
doing that, L. We're not doing that, L. We are not doing that. We are not
He
doing.
said, "How is Tank the face of U.S. boxing where he couldn't even sell the Jake Paul fight?" Nobody wanted to see that. Like, come on. You
Not
think
doing.
Devin could have sold
Hopefully,
the Jake Paul fight?
hopefully, the broken jaw and ended all that silliness shit. Anyway, got one dude with broken jaw, one dude alpha male look like a motherfucker.
Out.
A
But that was
fucking
also because people wanted to see the Lamont Roach rematch or him fight Shakur. Like, he's left too much on the table to fans to disappoint them. Nobody wanted to see Jake. And then Jake last fight before that was Chavez. Nobody wanted to see that bullshit. Like, it was a combination of that. People both wanted to see Jake and Gervonta fight someone elite, or for Jake a real boxer, and for Gervonta an elite fighter. I mean, that's what ruined that fight. Nobody wanted to see Jake Paul versus Tank. Come on,
and,
Al.
and Anthony Joshua approved by.
Yeah, Johnson Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua. Man. And right now, listen. As big as the fight with Tio and Shakur is, if Tank were to come out and say right now, I want the winner of that fight, bro, he would be the A side between both all of them. Period. People would lose their shit. People would lose their shit if he said, "Yeah, I'll fight the winner of Tio versus." And come on, man, like it's Devin is doing a hell of a job. Devin is a great fighter, but Devin is not the face of boxing. That's just how I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sorry. And it hurts me to even say that it's Tank, but it is Tank. It is Tank.
What the fuck you gonna do?
How's camp going, champ? I know you got a couple weeks to go.
Good.
Let me ask you a question. I always wanted to know. So, you have what 2.5 weeks before the fight, right? About 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
What's the actual process of when you stop sparring or when you stop
I got
taking
2 weeks. I got this week. I just sparred today. I'm gonna spar again later on this week, and then next week I'm gonna spar. Next week's my last week of sparring, and then the week after that I'm just gonna focus on cutting weight. But right now I'm only like, what was I this morning? I'm only like 7 pounds away from the weight, so I don't have an issue making weight, cutting weight. So I'm good. But
That's
yeah,
what
I kind of you cut out. You never no smart trainer gonna have you spar during what I'm saying the fucking fight week. You cut off sparring and then you trim it down some also the last week of sparring so you don't risk any type of crazy injuries. But shout out to my man Henry Ramirez. They were very pleased how I looked today in sparring. It was good. I was sharp. I
what
felt
up?
good. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm good.
Said
Jesus, I don't know, but it seems I ain't gonna lie,
it's
because right
starting to
now
grow,
they
bro.
like from where I seen it when I first started watching to now, and again, like I'm not exaggerating, like the money is like say for one, to me it look like this. You come from boxing, 12 round, 3 minute, you know what I'm saying, 3 minute, 12 rounds, whatever, 34 minutes. They're paying, like I said, they're paying saying top fighters at least in the company probably a lot more than what you see some of the top boxers are getting if to do 12 rounds. Like, what I was told, once I get through this fight, whatever, the champion wants to fight me. And that's different. In boxing, usually you gotta chase the motherfucking champion. But, because of my resume and everything that I already did in terms of boxing, I got the champion at 135, he wants to fight. Even the champion at 145, he called me out to fight. So when the promoters see that, they have to like I already have it. We already have it that we're basically making I was told I will make triple amount of what I'm about to make at the end of January once they rewrite my contract. So it's definitely growing. And then on top of that, you gotta look at it like this also. Golden Boy has a fight card that same week, but that card is on a Friday. The card that I'm on is on Saturday. Saturday is always big for any type of fights. And on top of that, they gave me the co-main event feature off of a debut. I would have gotten the main event. I would have gotten the main event spot, but there's a world title fight that same night. So, but again, just to come in a debut and get the co-main event, and then possibly my second fight being a world title fight, that just says enough right there. But like I said, right now I just gotta focus on getting this guy out the way first, and going from there. But it's definitely growing. It's definitely growing. And don't like people. I hope people don't get confused with what Paulie was doing. Paulie was doing BKB. BKB is the one with the triangle ring. That's a whole different organization. It's same type of same type of rules. Bare knuckles, but they don't pay as much as the BKFC. The BKFC, Conor McGregor is an owner in it now. Again, they got a partnership with the Zone, so they definitely have the financial backing and everything. So it's definitely growing. But I just take it one right now. I just take it one fight at a time. But I went from basically going 3 fights and then the title to now pretty much get this fight out the way, and then refight the champion next, and then the money from there triples up.
My man Al says BKFC can give boxing a run for its money with the state boxing is now, but they need to learn how to market it right. There are too many platforms that I don't think BKFC exploits yet. No,
and
I mean,
also to add on to that, they still, if you notice, they're still not being sanctioned in a lot of the states. Like, again, they got me fighting in Connecticut because it's close to New York, but I don't think they just got to New Jersey in October. That was their first event in October, and I don't think they still haven't gotten to the New York. I think once they break into that market, it'll definitely grow. But I don't think right now New York has accepted it yet. Same thing as we've seen with the history of the UFC. Remember the UFC, they couldn't get sanctioned in a lot of damn states when they first came about. And we've seen how things turned around from there. So yeah, definitely the Mohegan Sun.
And people don't like competition. And if you don't believe that some of these like New York State Athletic Commission and some of these guys that back boxing aren't going to try to keep bare knuckle boxing out of there because of the competition aspect of it, they're going to have a lot of different types of hoops to jump through at this point. So, and again, BKFC is going to attack a lot of these states that don't necessarily have big boxing events. That's just a smart way to go about it. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited because Jamel's in it. And then when I see Conor McGregor was involved a few months back, Conor McGregor is one of the greatest entertainers in the history of combat sports. So, if anyone knows how to entertain or promote, he does, so I'm looking forward to the fights. But is there like a different way to train for this? Because I know it's 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds.
I train like a fucking boxer. It'd be real with you, bro. I train like a boxer.
Really? So there's no different, like there's no different way to prepare.
Nah, nothing. I mean, but there's a thing called dirty boxing. You know what I mean? Which is like you can hold on to a motherfucker and still hit him up, shit like that. But like I like I said, I study a lot from my boy Austin Trout. So Austin just boxes and stay, boxes and moves. Because you really can't block shit. So you might try to block shit and then right there you can so there's no need. You gotta still be, agile and be smart in there, but I don't really Hold on.
There's a lot more moving and countering type of
fights. If you're trying to be smart, if you're trying to avoid getting your ass cracked, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what hit dog.
Yeah. Shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
They have YouTube channel. They have you. You gotta but you gotta you gotta look for it. They got like I said, some of their fights that I was watching. That's how I started out watching this shit for YouTube. Or for the YouTube.
But is it a specific? Is it BKFC?
No. I sent you some shit to you. I sent you a clip on through your phone. It wouldn't let me email it to you. I was trying to email it to you so you can put it on the thing. But it just goes to show you, like,
Saturday, January 17th.
Yeah, they're definitely growing.
Saturday, January 17th.
No, I mean, just like anything. I want to see.
I think like just like a year or two ago, somebody from the UFC made a debut. I don't know if the debut, it was a $600,000 purse for a UFC fighter. You know, UFC. You know, we know how they pay UFC fighters it is. So they seen 600 grand off of a debut in a new company. You know they were happy about that.
Hell yeah, bro. Like, yo, look, if they paying that type of money, it's somebody behind them with a lot of money. So he said it's Barbara. I mean, you got to think about it too. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it appealing.
Yeah, some of it, like I said, some of it I watch for like the art, but yeah, some of it, a lot of that shit, motherfuckers just be out there just broke because they want some real shit to fill the cards. I'll be real with y'all. They do put a lot of people that don't got no business being in any type of fight, but it brings crowds. Crowds want to see knockouts and, you know what I'm saying, and blood. So you will get a lot of those type of fights. But if you're really watching like guys at the top level, a lot of those guys really be trying to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, pick and choose.
Well, Jamal, think about it. This is the difference between bare knuckle fighting and boxing, right? And this is where it leaves an opportunity for bare knuckle to take it. The fact that these guys aren't trained boxers, they're letting their hands fly a lot more. Sometimes you may watch a boxing match where a guy will throw a significant punch for like 5 rounds.
The thing is, I learned I had to go back to like an amateur style.
January 17th.
No, absolutely. I was about to play the thing.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just fix it. But that's what I'm saying. People don't realize too when it comes to these type of things. That's what they're gonna market. They know that these guys aren't the pros per se, right? So they're gonna let it all hang out, and that's where the marketing for BKFC is gonna go. This is actually the promo trailer, if I'm not mistaken, for that event, January 17th at the Mohegan Sun, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on.
January 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns. Julian Let Me Bang Lane puts his welterweight world title on the line against Dustin the Disciple Peg. No backing up, no excuses, just fists and legacy. In the co-main event, pro boxer Jamal Herring steps into BKFC for the first time. Matt Guyman plans to make him question that decision and send him back to boxing. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
First and foremost, I'm upset at the guy that did the announcements. It's Jamel. He said Jamal.
No, I thought we laughed at the part about sending me back to boxing, but you see how my man was throwing his punches?
Yeah. It shit looks like it hurts, though. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like it's pretty painful. These guys don't move back. There's no defense. It's about 100% offense, all gas, no brakes. That's what it looks.
I'm telling you, listen, anybody's in this chat, just please go watch Austin. Just go watch my man Austin Trout. This defense, but you gotta be. I'm not about to sit there and just let a motherfucker just go blow for blow and swing for the hills type shit. I'm not doing that.
No, fuck all that shit. How do you?
It's nothing. The thing is, because motherfuckers get cut. Let's be real. Motherfuckers get cut up. You get cut up. You're gonna get cut up. You're gonna get cut up sitting there looking crazy, sitting trying. Yeah, you're gonna get cut up and then fight over with.
They're gonna send you back to boxing, Jamal?
No.
He said, but the guy's name is Lane Bang. What he said, Bang and Lane.
Everybody knows from the. If you know, everybody knows it from the UFC. Let me bang when the motherfucker was crying.
Hey, let me bang.
He said, yeah, I know. Tomorrow he said, let me bang.
Let me bang. She bangs. Whatever. That's crazy. I mean, I'm excited for you. I mean, it's a check. You know what I mean? Less rounds.
It's different. I'm also about doing something different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing like I fuck with like I told you before, man. Like I was going to fight what's his name on the other card, but then they came back and they offered like twice the money to do this instead of doing 10 rounds of boxing. So I was like,
it's all about the money. You know what I mean? That's all it's about. That's all about.
Easy money.
That's what it's about. It's about getting the money. You know what I mean?
Boxing is difficult, bro. Boxing is difficult, man. Boxing is one of the hardest sports in the world.
Absolutely. It might be the hardest because it's just one-on-one, bro. And it's
look, Adam said his opinion, and then look, the motherfucker's a champion, and he had like fucking like 7-8 losses, and he been already in the BKFC. He's like, come on, he's a champion.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, Paulie looked crazy in his last fight. That's what I'm scared of, bro. Yeah, he's walking around with a fucking eye patch. I can't.
No. Paulie, you gotta watch that. Paulie was like really sitting there, toe to toe.
Why?
I don't know. I would like to ask Paulie that shit myself. Like Paulie was sitting.
Paulie's never been a toe-to-toe fighter.
That's what I'm saying. He's never had the hands for that type of shit. No. So I'm like, yo, what is good?
Paulie had bad hands. He had no power, which no disrespect to Paulie. And he's somebody was mobile that got in and out of the pocket. Why the fuck would he stay there toe to toe? But did he even fucking prepare? Was he even training? Like, maybe, I don't know. Bro, when I seen Paulie, I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like, he's wearing a fucking eye patch for like a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, it was
crazy, bro. I never seen a black pirate, bro, Jamel. So please don't do that. You'll be the first. I've never seen. Never been a black pirate? I've never seen one. Do they make them black? Black pirates? I've never. Do they come up?
Boy, they threw the motherfuckers overboard. They won't even get a chance to get fucking
inaugurated
to be a fucking pirate. Like, what? Throw that motherfucker overboard.
Has there ever been a black pirate? I gotta think about that for a second. I really gotta think about that. I don't know if they have.
Yeah, they was. You ain't see that motherfucker. What's that movie? Captain Phillips.
What the fuck is that? He's black.
I'm the captain. Them motherfuckers was pirates. Them motherfuckers.
I've never heard of a black pirate.
Them Somalians, them motherfuckers was pirates. It was pirates.
Really? I've never seen.
It was hijacking motherfucking ships and everything.
That's crazy. I'd never seen that.
Appreciate you, lads. But I took account to all that shit. I definitely took account to what Paulie been through, but again, be a smooth operator and keep it moving and let a motherfucker. Listen. Let a motherfucker run to a left hand. That's it. Why would I go running through the front door? I'm gonna let a motherfucker run to a left hand.
I got a feeling that initially he's just gonna try to jump on you,
Of course. And then chin in the air. That's the problem. Head directly in the air.
So you think you're gonna get him early?
I hope. I don't feel like I said, we don't work overtime, bro. I like if it happens early, it happens early. If not, just be smart. But yeah, you don't think I thought about that? You think you gonna try to box with me? You could try. I mean, you could try.
I'm cheering. I'm trying to beat it.
Send me back to boxing, like they said. Send me back to boxing.
Do I gotta hit up Connor myself to get tickets? What I gotta do?
Nah. You don't gotta hit no damn Connor.
I'm trying to get all the behind.
Henry, my man. Henry, me and Henry, we they actually, speaking of Henry, they actually offered my man Chris Algieri, but Chris has been he's been not Chris Algieri, Chris Ariola, heavyweight Chris Ariola. They want to get him too.
Wait, boxing and bare knuckle?
Yeah, big, yeah. And for the big guys, they was throwing some stacks at Chris. They was throwing, yeah. They was listen. I'm gonna be straight with y'all. With some real shit too. This is a true story. It's so crazy with boxing that Chris Ariola. He's a PBC fighter.
He has the worst last name.
No. Think about it, bro. The PBC and people that I know personally in the PBC, they told him to go get whatever's over there because there's nothing for him right now at the PBC. True story.
Money, man. And what's crazy? It's sad to say, and not saying this is happening to Chris, but a lot of these boxers. I just read an article. I sent it to you on Instagram about Mayweather, bro, and it looks insane. Like, you gotta see when you read this article, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on with Floyd?" But boxers. I mean, I read one piece of it said he had to pay back $22 million.
Yeah, Tommy Morrison, Sundance, did go over there. I did see that fight. That was crazy.
He had to pay $22 million, bro, in back taxes. Just one, and that's just one instance. There was mad different fines. I was like, so they were, So, anyways, my point was that boxers, they're not too bright when it comes to.
It's that a lot of, like I said, that's one thing that always happened with me. Like, I had you gotta have at least have one that you can trust, and an accountant that you can trust. But you gotta take care. You gotta stay in your taxes. A lot of fighters, they get the check and forget all about tax season that comes around the corner.
They get that check and they go get that phantom.
A lot of these fighters, I'm letting the real talk. A lot of fighters don't have financial advisors or anybody in their corner, so they just spending. Like, man, like I said, one year. I think the year when I became a world champion, luckily for me, I don't want to say it was a lot at the time for me, but it was over. I had to pay $119,000 in federal taxes.
Yeah, fuck that.
But I get that shit up quick. Hey, here, yo,
Yeah, that appear.
Yo, I get that motherfucker quick. Hey, take it.
Hold on. I just want to update everybody. This came across my timeline. I don't know how old it is, but where the fuck did it go? Based on public comments by network executives at the Zone, meeting with our promoter and the tone of it, I think the network is attempting to impose and force both the fighters and promoter to do what they say, and that's it. Basically, this is regarding Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis, and that is a quote from Rick Merrigan, his manager. So I don't know, man. I don't know how old this is, but this came across my timeline right now.
Nah, hold on. Nah, Lance, based off the from the Ito and Lamont Roach fight in that 2019. Yeah, it was 119 in taxes.
Hold on,
119,000 taxes.
What do you think about that post I just made in regards to that was from Rick 10 hours ago? They said.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta see from we gotta hear from the
horse mouth.
Yeah, no respect to my man Rick, but you gotta see from
they basically those listen, we ain't got that type of money you're looking for.
We've been saying that. We've been said that. This is not radio season. This is back to regular DAZN, back to your regular program, scheduled programming,
Is it possible to possibly make it into a pay-per-view? I just don't see people buying it like that.
No. You don't want to go that route. You don't want to go that route.
You're out the most guaranteed
possible. You still see fighters saying that they still ain't get their back paid from the motherfucking pay-per-view. Come on, let's be real. Ryan was one of them saying that he still didn't get a damn back pay check.
And then Oscar came out.
Gennady Golovkin said he still didn't get back pay for when the Canelo fights for a damn pay-per-view.
Devin said it too.
Why? And then you gotta go out there and promote it and sell. Come on, man.
Yeah, you boxers don't like to promote.
And you already and the Zone already got this high ass subscription trying to say they got rid of pay-per-view. And people still mad about that. You cannot put that in fight on pay-per-view.
Let's make the Virgil fight happen, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? How can we make this goddamn fight happen? I'll tell you this, if that fight doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Speaking of fights that want to happen, Arthur Beterbiev came out and said he wants to make the Benavidez fight. What do you think?
That's a good fight.
I want to see that fight. I like that fight.
I would like to see it.
He said he came out and
Benavidez is back in the gym getting ready for what's his name?
What's the Mexican guy's name?
Zordo.
That's a terrible name, Zordo.
Ramirez.
Zordo. They're gonna pull out a sword and just.
He motherfuckers do act brand new.
Yeah. What time so what are you doing for New Year's? Are we doing an episode New Year's Eve? We'll do a countdown.
Tomorrow, I gotta get up at 6 in the morning and go do all these.
Yeah, no, we're not doing an episode tomorrow, guys. We'll start fresh on Thursday. After this, that'll be the first day. We'll start January 1st. Plus, the Zone must stop with this.
I gotta get back with my man Jamel Ortiz. Jermaine said he would get on the show, so I gotta get back on Jermaine. So maybe we can start off with that.
I just want to thank all the fans, right? First and foremost, for an amazing 2025. I want to thank Jamel as well for giving me the opportunity to work with him. I didn't know Jamel prior to this, so people don't understand that. And he just, respected my hustle and my grind, and we just had a good chemistry. And I just wanted to thank you, Jamel, for giving me the opportunity.
I was mad about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Really? Hold on. I mean, it happened organically.
So we can get into detail. I'm like, damn, like shit. The chemistry is dope. Like, what's the problem? Yes.
I mean, it is what it is. But when something works and something's good, you just gotta let it happen. But I just wanted to thank you. And it's funny because I actually have a meeting. I was gonna tell you this after the show, but I got someone. I'm meeting with some executives in regards to our show coming up. So, there's been a lot of plus, and a lot of it is with the fans sharing our stuff and things of that nature. So please continue to do that. Me and Jamel aren't going anywhere. We're going to continue to push, and we just wanted to thank you for, at least from me and whatever. I want to thank you guys as well for tuning in. But continue to help us grow, man. We got a lot, there's a lot of dope shit we got coming. Like different. What the fuck? Different type of. You know who it is. Hold on. We're not even. Who is it, man? What's up? What's good?
Guys, before we get sentimental, it's D-Block. You already know I had to call in to the greatest podcast out here in America right now. Jamel, Norbes, you guys are killing it. I had to call in. Me taking care of the kids and stuff. I had to get out of the house. Yeah. I ran because I know you guys were about to roll out. But I want to say this, guys. Let me park right here. Even if the neighbor's gonna look at me and say, "Why is D-Block parking in front of my house?"
So
let me turn off my car real quick. Guys, I want to tell you something. I believe in you. You guys are the best. And the reason why I say that is this. I don't even just call to call. I call because I respect you guys. I love the way you come with it. And I'm gonna retweet. I'm gonna definitely hit that like button. But we need more people like you in the business of boxing, in the podcast. That it ain't about this. He's paying me this. Who wants to pay to kick people out? No, we're actually talking about the sport that we love. And you guys have got me fucking. I am on this. I love it. You got me addicted to your show, and I can't wait, man. 2026 is gonna be even bigger and better for you guys. I love you. I respect you, man. Nothing but love for you guys. Happy New Year's, and for all the people hearing D-Block right now, hit the subscribe button. Retweet. If you love boxing, you gotta love the 10-8 podcast. It's never D-Block, D-Town, D-Ville. Come at you live from the greatest city of all time, Dallas, Texas. Have a hell of a night, guys.
Happy New Year, my brother. but it's guys like D-Block and there's so many other people. Ash, a lot of people that just keep continuing to support us. And trust me, we got a lot of big shit coming up. Me and Jamel talk about it all the time. A lot of people have reached out. We're gonna bring you all different types of content as well as the show. So, it's about to be lit. What? But yeah, man. I mean, shit. What do you got to say before we get out of here, Jamel?
No, I appreciate you guys. It's all love of me. It's all love. Appreciate y'all. It's gonna be, like I said, 2026 is gonna be a good year. Hopefully, we get LS on here 2026.
All right. Now, got the Deion Sanders. You got the Deion Sanders / Jadakiss / Noriega. So he said by middle of January, February, it'll heal and it'll look natural. So shout out to my man L for the hair transplant. I got you, bro. What are
you doing? What is your plans for next month?
Who you talking about, me?
You.
What do you mean next month?
Yeah, I mean, what are you planning on doing in January, bro?
What am I planning? I plan on building, bro, and continue to go hard and having meetings and trying to get us. I'm trying to take that trip to Saudi to go visit Turkey. You know what I mean? Bro, honestly, just continue to build this brand. I love doing it. But yeah, I really am trying to pull up to the fight in Connecticut. I'm just trying to find a decent flight, and I'm gonna have to fly in and fly out. But
send my man the text like, yo, I'm trying to get to the. That's what I was asking. Like, I'm trying to get to the some tickets for the Shakur and Tio shit.
I would love to go. I mean,
I'm like, yo, I was like, I hit my man Doug up like, it's a turkey. Like, I said, yo, you with turkey, yo. I just need like,
yo, if he could give us press, bro, like that would be crazy, bro. Like, I'll bring the cameras. You go. I'm gonna get to him about that too. Get to him about that too. Because to me, I'd rather that than watch the fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if I can't get into the fight, it's whatever.
I mean, shit.
It's just such a hard fight for me to call. Like, but I definitely want to be there. We should be doing the commentating for that fight, but or at least some behind the scenes stuff. Doug, holla at us, Turkey. You know what I mean? I'm your nephew, so But yeah, I mean, if I could go to that and that, I'm with it, bro. I'm definitely with it, man. But on that, what he said, you won't pull up at Norbes.
Lance wild, man.
What are we scared of? I don't understand.
I'm out, Lance. I don't want no problems, man.
Well, he wants to beat us up? Why? Till the next time. Lance is my guy. I would love to pull up to the fight. I would definitely let you press. If me and you, I ain't gonna lie, dog. If me and you pull up to the press, I don't think people understand. We're gonna get mad love. Like, people are gonna be some haters, but we're gonna get a lot of love, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna have to pull up on some of the podcasts out in New York as well. You know what I mean? So, some of the popping ones, I don't know. So, I gotta put up my man Najee. So if I get to know, we gotta do something with Najee. Coach Eric already told me if I don't show up to the gym, he's gonna kick our ass. So, or at least my ass. So we definitely gotta do a whole crazy, you know what I mean? So whatever. But yeah, let me know. If you hear anything, I'll cop my flight tomorrow. And we out.
I got you.
On that note, guys, we'll be back Thursday just for this week because it is New Year's, and most likely half of you guys will be drunk. But please do us a favor and be safe out there.
Yeah,
Take
please.
a cab.
More car accidents and shit like that.
We love our people. We love our fans, our supporters, and we definitely want you guys to go into the new year in 2026 focused, healthy, and we love y'all, man. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you for a great 2025. 2026 is about to be crazy. Yeah. That's it for me. We out of here. See y'all.